But this was fun. It's fun to do a top 7 when all 7 of the songs are relatively strong. Hello, everyone. So, I don't know why I have these headphones in. I don't need them because we're not reacting per se. We're doing a top 7. And that is UMK 2021, my top 7. So, this was hard. Well, but at the same time, I feel like it wasn't that hard. I feel like I watched a couple of other top, individuals top UMK, and I feel like I have a similar top 7 to a lot of other people. I feel like with the UMK songs this year, they were quite good as a whole, but I feel like the order kind of teases itself out the more you listen to them. So, except for maybe one or two. So, let's start with my last place. My last place, and listen, I will explain. Don't be angry. You know we can be friends here. You know I love you, Finland. Don't be mad at me. My last place was Axel with Hurt. The reason I put this song last is because I actually grew, oh my God, it's the wine, it gets to me, I'm so sorry. I grew to enjoy, I'm more articulate than this usually. I grew to enjoy his 2020 entry quite a bit, and this 2021 entry just doesn't have the dynamism of the 2020 entry. And that's saying something because even though I liked his 2020 entry, it wasn't the most dynamic entry in the running, right? It was definitely toward the bottom in terms of like slow songs. And so this 2021 entry just didn't quite work for me, and I don't think it will be enough for him to come back. But I would like him to come back maybe sometime in the future, maybe with a little more dynamic song, kind of like his 2020 entry was. So, my 6th place is going to be Oscar with the song Lie. So the reason, I guess I can move this doesn't have to be crooked like that. The reason that this is my 6th place is kind of because this genre of music doesn't really resonate with me as an individual. So I respect the song and I liked listening to the song, absolutely. But in terms of comparing this to the other songs, I was like, okay, this is a song that's a little bit more mainstream globally, and it's following that kind of trend of like singer-songwriter male that I'm like, okay, it can come, it can go, and it's not necessarily for me. So, 5th place. Top 5, well, there was only 7, so it really doesn't matter that much. Top 5 is Danny with Sinä päivänä kun kaikki rakastaa mua. So this song, I don't want you to think that 5th place reflects poorly on the song, because I actually like this song quite a lot. The only reason it's in my 5th place is because it's a really particular type of song. It's really sad, somber, and kind of speech level, right? It's not so much hardcore singing as it is telling a story. And so for that reason, I'm like, as much as I like it, there are some other songs that I think will become better Eurovision competitors. So I really like this song. Now that you told me the message, I think it's quite sad, but I think that's the point, right? It's sad, but not in a way that necessarily makes you want to cry, but in a way that's like, I'm witnessing a really personal, intimate moment of this man kind of reckoning with his own mortality, right? And so I really do like the song, and I've been singing like Sinä päivänä kun kaikki rakastaa mua. Like I've been singing that since I heard this song, which goes to show that it's catchy, even though again it's more of a narrative telling, it's catchy. So my 4th place, and I feel like from here on out it's going to be pretty understandable. My 4th place is going to be Laura with Play. Again, she left Estonia. She said Estonia who came to Finland with a song that's catchy, but again, I just don't think it's quite enough. And I think that's one of the problems Laura has had since going with Verona, in 2017 is that her songs just don't quite have enough to them to like appeal to a wide audience. Like they're catchy, yes, absolutely catchy but not dynamic. Again, it doesn't really go different places. It kind of sits in the same space. And so while I would listen to this song myself, I think it won't necessarily appeal to a broader audience, and it's not my favorite song out of the bunch. So top 3. These songs, if any 3 of these won, I would be happy. So these songs, just know I had to order them 1, 2, 3, but if any of them won, I would be happy. So my third place, and it was really cool because they actually, someone from their record label emailed me and asked me if they could use my reaction as part of a clip with Luke White, Epic's Eurovision guy, and Devon from Wee Wee Blogs. And it was really cool because I was on their Instagram and their Twitter. This is Teflon Brothers and Pandora with I Love You. Now, I really love this song. Like, it's super catchy, and I love that it's in Finnish. And like I said, like I've been saying through this selection season, this kind of throwback thing is really hit or miss with me, and this was a hit. Probably a lot because it's in Finnish, but the vibe of this song is just so catchy, I cannot stop listening to it, and it's an earworm. The only reason it's so low is because this selection is so competitive, right? But I just thought it was really cool, and I always think it's really cool when record labels take like a proactive, engaged approach to reactors and actually take advantage of that, right? Posting clips and showing people that people love their song, as opposed to like cutting them off from even reacting to the song. I really love that. And so that made me love this even more, that they have a really engaged kind of artistic process. But it's in my third place. However, if it won, I would be as happy as if my second or first places won. So, second place. And this is one where I'm like, I don't want you to be mad at me for this because I have a reason. And again, if this won, I would be equally as happy as if my first place won. My second place is Blind Channel with Dark Side. So you know I loved this song. I love just kind of how different it is. Again, I stand by the fact that this is maybe the darkest song that has gone to Eurovision, because some of the other dark songs that have gone to Eurovision have been kind of, I don't know, acted. There's a lot of performative elements to them. You know, with Lordi, there was the full makeup costume. With Hatari, there's this kind of meta commentary. Whereas with this, I feel like this is just them being raw and them. And so I think that's kind of a different kind of dark than either of the 2 entries I mentioned previously. But I really like this song, and I do think Finland should just dig into that rock thing, because we don't have enough rock at Eurovision. I'm thinking between like Finland and Georgia for this year, I'll be satisfied. But listen, I love a rock entry at Eurovision, so like I'm always ready for more. So this song is just so catchy. It's so kind of out there, and it represents such kind of a counterculture that I really have to love and bask in that. And so my first place then is gonna be my girl Ilta with Kelle mä soitan. So the reason that this is my first place is because, one, if you've watched my channel at all before, you know I'm a sucker for a ballad. I just am. I can't help it. I'm a sucker for a lot of songs, but I love all kinds of music generally, but ballads just get to me, they do. And the fact that Finland is sending a Finnish language ballad, like they haven't done that for years. And I'm so excited to see what this could be like on stage, because you know what I'm getting from this? I'm getting Ulrika from Norway 2020 vibes, but in a native language. And so many people like that song that I'm like, there's no reason they shouldn't also like this song if they like that song. Even topically, they're similar. This is a little more dark and deep than Ulrika's song, but suffice it to say that I feel like they're similar enough that this one is even in a native language, so it's even higher for me. So I'm a sucker for this song. The second she releases it on iTunes, if she does, I'm gonna buy it. And I'm just in love with this. But what I want to highlight again is that overall UMK's selection this year, for me at least, was really strong. And so I don't want you to think that just because a song may have been in last place, that I think it was bad. Again, some of these selections, you just have to rank them because you have to. Some selections, it's like, okay, yeah, this is not great, I'm putting it at the bottom. But some of these, it's like, I have to do a top 7, so something has to be 7th place even if I liked it. So anyway, I just hope that gives a little color, a little context. But this was fun. It's fun to do a top 7 when all 7 of the songs are relatively strong and they're just kind of different levels of strong. So let me know what your top 7 is for UMK 2021. I cannot wait, and you know I'll be tuned into the live shows when those happen. But anyway, if you like this video, please like it. Please consider subscribing if you have not. But thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for watching this video. And as always, I will see you next time.